When I think about Morocco, what comes to my mind? Football. They have one of the strongest teams in Africa, owing to the fact that they won the semi-finals in 2022. And then talk about the Sahara Desert. When I think about the Sahara Desert, I think of the beautiful landscape, the quad bikes across the dunes. Then we talk about their colorful, stunning architectures, rooftops. So beautiful. Is that all? Nah. Little did I know that Morocco is a manufacturing hub in the aerospace and automotive sectors. They have factories producing vehicles for brands like Peugeot and airplane components for brands like Boeing, Airbus. Morocco is a manufacturing hub. Welcome to my channel, my beautiful viewers. It's the JJ, and on this channel we talk about reviews, review of gadgets, review of beauty items, shopping, and all of that. We also talk about research on document authentication processes, the information, and lifestyle. Today, from the topic, you already know what it is: how to apply for the Moroccan sticker visa. I'll also be doing a video on how to apply for the E-Visa. And thank you also returning subscribers. You guys are the main MVP. Thank you so much for watching. As you all know, when doing videos like this, I always talk about a brief history of the country you'll be headed for before talking about how to get the visa. So here's a brief history about the Kingdom of Morocco. Morocco is geographically located in northern Africa. It has coast on the Atlantic Ocean and in the Mediterranean Sea. It is bounded by Mauritania to the south, Algeria to the east, the Atlantic Ocean to the west, and Spain to the north, across the Strait of Gibraltar. Now, the Strait of Gibraltar is a narrow passage of water separating Spain and Morocco in the northern part of Morocco. So that passage separating Spain and Morocco connects the Mediterranean Sea to the Atlantic Ocean. Morocco has just 12 regions, and even with that distance of 14 kilometers, narrow passage that separates northern Morocco from southern Spain, a lot of people in southern Spain can be able to see Morocco from wherever they are, like see the mountains in Morocco. It's just that good. And it will be very expensive to construct a bridge that will connect the southern of Spain to the northern of Morocco. I don't know when they will make this possible. And that point has also made it the most common transit point for people attempting to reach Europe by land or sea. And its proximity to Europe has made EU its diplomatic and economic partner. They also maintain strong ties with Europe. Back in 2020, they joined this Abrahamic Accord, thereby strengthening their ties with the United States. And the strong ties it has with Europe is more of geopolitics and economics rather than free movement, because the people still need Schengen visa to move into Europe. Now, apart from Morocco being Africa's largest car exporter, they are also spearheading projects like the Morocco-Nigerian gas pipeline. Gas pipelines which aims to transport natural gas from Nigeria to Europe. Another interesting fact is that they've tried to maintain peace across Western Sahara, thereby they have earned their respect on the global stage. And another interesting thing about Morocco is also home to Africa's first high-speed rail that goes 320 kilometers per hour. This took them a decade of planning to achieve, and a lot of money as well. Then another amazing thing about Morocco is those colorful terracotta rooftops in Marrakesh and Fez. So beautiful. They constructed that because of the climate, you know. I'm sure you come across this sentence that says the blue streets of Chefchaouen, the blue cities in northern Morocco. This has been way back centuries ago. Some people said they painted it blue because the color repels mosquitoes. That's what I heard. And because it symbolizes the skies in heaven, and it is linked to Jewish refugees that came from Spain to settle there. Bro, it's actually remarkable how the Jewish communities have spread out throughout history. Sometimes I find myself wondering, is there any part of the world where the Jewish community have not left their mark on history? I'm just amazed by the signature look. I'm enamored. Wow. And if you are touring Morocco without visiting this beautiful place of Chefchaouen, I don't know what you are going to Morocco for. Is it only the Sahara Desert, those dunes you want? If you are going to Morocco without going to blue cities, how is your Morocco journey colorful and fun? Let me know in the comments if you are going to tour that city. Let me know in the comments. I would love that. Now that we are done with a brief history about Morocco, we'll be going into the requirements needed for getting the regular visa for Morocco. And I'll be talking about a lot of stuff like the languages they speak, the requirements for your tourist/visiting visa, accommodation, health/vaccine, proof of funds, flight reservation, dependents, and the rest. Let's start with languages. Morocco has several languages ranging from Spanish, French, but their major language of instruction is Arabic and Amazigh. We talk about Amazigh, we're talking about the language of the Bebe merchants way back to the BCs that trade ivory, gold, and salt. Right? They spoke Amazigh even before the Arabic language. So the major language of instruction are Arabic and Amazigh. Although you come across French in businesses, media, commerce, and education, while I'm guiding you on how to fill the form, you see a section that instructs how to fill in French, and the same section it has instructions on how to fill in Arabic at the same time. Then why I said they speak Spanish is because of historical ties they have with Spain. Their connection to Spain is in the southern part of Spain. Spanish is spoken especially in the northern part of Morocco. Then when we talk about English, tourism is growing in Marrakesh. The reason why English is becoming a part of it. Then let's talk about the requirements you'll be needing for your sticker visa. You have to fill a form before you move forward, and there are other requirements you need to get before filling this form. For example, you need 2 passport photographs, white background. You also need an ID or a proof of resident permit, so it will show where you are residing at the moment. And you also need a valid passport that has a validity of at least 6 months, so it will show that you'll not be there longer than your stay. Then we come to introductory letters. There are different type of letters. You have letters of consent, you have bank reference letters. Now, for someone that owns a company and doesn't want to use his or her personal account, can use a bank reference letter for their corporate account. If you're going for tourism, let's say you want to use an Airbnb, you also need an introductory letter, right? Let's say you are a owner of a company, you need to self-introduce yourself, explaining the importance of the visit, the duration of stay, and when you are going to be returning. And I do not believe that is a coincidence that you are watching my video right now. If you know that you need these services, how to fill the application form, template on how to guide you for all these letters and all of that, I offer video consultation calls. You can see my link, I'll showcase them on your screen, or you can check the description, you find them there, or the comments, or any questions you have in general, you can bring them forward to my consultation. Now, if you have a non-governmental organization inviting you, let them also include their business certificates, their evidence of tax. Now, if you are just a worker, also include your salary slip and your present work ID card. Do not forget your birth certificate. If you have an affidavit for declaration of age, that is good. Birth attestation, that's also good. If you don't know how to get it, there's a way to get it. I also made a video about it. You can look above your screen, just look above, there's a hand pointing in that direction. You click that link and it will show you how to get one. Then we talk of another type of letter, the letter of consent. Let's say you are a married man or you're a married woman and you're traveling to Morocco. Maybe you have kids, you're not traveling with your kids, all right? Or maybe you're traveling with them, but you're not bringing your wife along or your husband along, but only with your kids. You need a letter of consent from them, right? Let them know that you are traveling with these kids but without your spouse, and you also need to attach a marriage certificate for that. It's very, very mandatory. And it's not like before anymore that it's a non-appearance interview. Right now you need to show yourself there. Biometric process, they need to know that you are the one submitting these documents. Alright, things have changed. You need to show up. Now, if you're inviting someone, you also need to show your bank statements for them. And now we talk about accommodation. When it comes to this, you need to show your contact information to let the embassy know that you are the one inviting them. Then about vaccination, make sure you show up with your yellow fever card on the day of submitting all these documents. Then we talk about proof of funds. For proof of funds, make sure you have at least $5,000 and above, the equivalent of that money in your local currency. Then for the flight reservation, you need a return flight ticket, right? They want to know that it is paid. And if you don't know ways of buying a refundable ticket, you can also consult me and I'll lecture you and put you through. And you also need travel insurance that is valid for 90 days. Recommendation of travel insurance, you can consult me on that as well. For hotel booking, the same thing, you can consult me. Chancery fees, that's the application fee. I'm going to be showing you on my desktop how to fill the form, as well the fee table if it's currently available. Alright. Normally, one entry in for less than 3 months, I had is 220 dirham, multiple entry 330 dirham for less than 3 months. For dependents, you can indicate up to 3 children. Alright, I'm going to be showing you that on my desktop. It's going to be part of a section while filling the form. You also need an agency to curate your flight itinerary. Hit me up for that. Consultation link is below. And I want to remind you of something. There's a video I did of things to be aware of before traveling all the way to Morocco. If you'd like to watch that video, the link is in the description below. You can find it in the cards above my head. So you click that link and it will inform you of decisions, things you're supposed to know. You'll be well informed while you're trying to come to Morocco. I wish you all the best, all of you guys that are headed there. If you're headed to Morocco, if this information also helps you, please let me know in the comment. I would be elated to know that. Alright, let me know how you enjoy your trip, what country, what cities you visited. It is going to be very, very, very helpful to me. Alright, that's all for now. We'll be going straight into my desktop for me to show you how to fill the form and other general information you need to know. So let's get into it. Yes, so this is the website, the consulate website. I will link that in the description below, so do not bother looking for it. Just concern ourselves with the ordinary visa. This is what you concern yourself with because you are not a diplomat. You are met with these documents required: observation form, transfer fees. Documents required is just what you'll be needing for the category of visa you'll be going for. This is, for example, if you're going for tourism, work, it's all listed here. Whatever category, you're going to click on that to see the documents you'll be requiring. And after checking out all the documents you'll be requiring, you see the observation. Here we have observation after every document. Yeah, so this observation tells you that in case you want to change your visa, a new visa must be requested from your country of residence. Alright, then we talk about the forms for all this category of visa. This form, you are going to include a lot of details they want you to know about you before you can be giving your visa. Then the transfer fees is just the hey, just a small break-in before we move on. I'm an independent creator, and if you'd like to support the work I do and my channel, please make sure to support me in the link below or the QR code on my screen. It helps me a lot, and every single donation is appreciated. Thank you very much. Application fees, a breakdown of the application fees for whatever category of visa you'll be going for. Alright, so let's click tourism. These are the documents you'll be needing for tourism. Entry visa application form. Talked about that you're going to be filling a form like we saw here. Yeah, this form you're going to be filling it. Then you talk about two identity photograph. Talked about that: identity card, resident permit, your ID, valid passport. Make sure it's 6 months valid, 6 months and above. A photocopy of your passport, then your bank statement. You're going to include that. Talk about that. It says that it's either you provide your bank statement or you provide an invitation letter or whatever. So but me, I'll just suggest you provide one of them, bank statement and one of these two. All right, so if you are traveling for tourism, you just need an invitation letter from wherever hotel or Airbnb you are going to, right? Or whatever, especially the travel agency you're going to be using. Then, if you are invited by family, you will need an invitation letter from them, and there are necessary things that you'll be needing in that invitation letter. If you need template, just use my consultation link. Even if this video is a coincidence to you, I believe that it's meant to help you with your Moroccan visa, right? So just use my consultation link for that. Then, if you are invited by family, you will need an invitation letter from them, and there are necessary things that you'll be needing in that invitation letter. If you need templates, you want to know how it's supposed to be arranged, hit me up on my consultation link. So let's go. At the time of visa issuance, please provide the following documents. Okay, you are going to come back later on, right, and submit a return ticket with confirmed reservation. A return ticket means a round trip ticket, right? And make sure that that ticket you're booking is a refundable ticket, guys, so you don't waste your money in case they do not give you the visa. Then talk about travel insurance, a hotel booking, and introduction of a voucher. So you also need to have a reserved hotel booking for people that are going to be touring or something. All right. So after you've done this, the next thing you want to do is click on the form of request for entry visa to Morocco. So I remember that I said I'm going to be talking about the visitor visa as well before that. So let's just brush through this. So same thing, you'll be needing an entry form for that. Similar requirements we're having here: identity card, valid passport, photocopy of passport pages. All right, almost the same thing. An application for immigration to the Kingdom of Morocco. But okay, if you intend to have a long stay greater than a year, you would need this application for immigration. It will not concern you if you are not applying for a long stay. So a bank statement justifying sufficient needs, everything declaration stating no professional activity throughout the residence. of Morocco. Alright, so you're going to be writing to them stating that you are not going to be involved in any professional activity. Alright, you'll be needing your medical insurance here. So let's go over to just see how the form filling is. To click on this, you're going to be doing a lot of editing here, and you can see that the form, like they said, you have to fill everything in Latin characters. For the Latin characters, then it's just English, and it must be in capital letters. Alright, so everything we are filling must be in capital letters. So again, they said the form can be filled in Arabic, but the surname, first name, affiliation, and birthplace can be in Latin characters for technical reason. Alright, so my Arab viewers, wherever you are here, you can fill whatever you want in Arabic, but make sure the surname, first name, affiliation, birthplace must be in English. French and Arabic, you can see when it comes to governmental affairs, business, it's in French, like I said. So prenom, what they want here is your surname, add text, alright, and you write your name. Let's say your name is, like they say, capital letter, Duke. Then your family name, that's your surname, Duke. So date you were born, you're going to include the day you were born, the month, identity number, of course you include your identity number wherever you are. Check your identity card, that number will make you fill it here. And place and country of birth, the state, then your country, you can see Nairobi, anywhere you are. Then current nationality, like where are you currently residing in? Are you a citizen of where you're currently residing in? Then your father's surname would be this. Right? Then when it comes to mother's name and family name, your mother's name and your mother's surname before she married your dad. Alright? Then type of passport, you're going to choose that type of passport. We are on a ordinary passport, so you want to click this. Passport number, you're going to put that here. Then your where were you issued that passport number, whatever service of your country, include that here. Right? Then date of issuance, when did they issue you that passport? The day, the month, and the year, include that here. Date of expiration, the same thing, you find that in your passport file data page, right? Example, non-available there. Or you can contact the embassy by sending them an email or calling them and asking them what should be filled there in accordance with the country of your passport. All right, so we have profession. I just included a travel guide. Include your profession, what fits your own narrative, and then the purpose of travel. For tourism, you take it. If you're for visits, you take this as well. All right, then type of visa. Is it a long or a short stay visa? If you are going for this visa for the first time, I would advise you to use a short stay visa. This is 1 to 90 days, and it should be a single entry. You just include the long one, and you include how many times you want to have entries into the country. So duration of stay, you're going to be including a numeric value of how long you're going to be staying in Morocco. All right, and the year. So you can just find that on your flight itinerary. All right, then border of entry or transit route. If you are using another destination before Morocco is your final destination, you can let them know. Maybe you're not coming straight from your country of residence, you're coming through another country to be able to make Morocco your final destination, you let them know here. All right, so you include that name of that border. All right, so means of transport, are you using air, land, sea? Include that here. Of course, majority of us are using air. So next we have previous visas. Do you have previous visas? If you do, state the dates of those visa, the number of the visa, the place where you were issued that visa, and the duration of that visa. All right, if you have an entry permit into Morocco, you are going to be stating it here. That's if you have it. If you don't, just choose no. And if you do, we are going to be telling them how long that will be valid. All right, and also include where it is delivered. Bye. Country of destination. I'm also going to include the country of destination. So this is just for the person that's going to be hosting you. The hotel is hosting you, family is hosting you in case of visit. This is the final stage, telling us in French and also telling us in English that everything that we've imputed here is correct and we are conscious and there is no false declaration we've made here. Alright, because if they check and they find a false declaration, you're going to get your visa rejected. Right? You should also be able to provide all these documents during your trip to Morocco, not just on the embassy dates. You should also be willing to take this along with you, alright, to justify your return or your stay, like what they are saying here, especially your proof of funds and your insurance. Alright, and it also says that the entry to the Moroccan territory may be refused to alien who does not fulfill all these requirements. So do not just use all those important documents at the embassy. You also like to bring them along with you when you're entering Morocco. All right, so it says applicant address, so you're going to include your address here, your telephone number here, your email, your signature, and you're going to be including the date you fill this form. All right, so if you don't know how to fill this signature, you just come all the way where it says in your WPS that says fill and sign. You click fill and sign. I can't click it, I don't know why. You click fill and sign, then you can import your signature through picture or whatever means. Make sure it correlates with that particular signature you have on any other document. You would have your signature on, right? And you include that here. And that's basically all. We are going to leave this place for the visa immigration official. They are the ones that are going to be contemplating whether to refuse or to give you your visa. Here is just for them. You don't need to fill it. So what you do next after filling this is to print it out, take it with you, and the rest of the required documents to the embassy. All right, they attend to you, then they come back and they try to give you your documents, and they also require the rest of the documents for the itinerary. Present it to them, and everything's going to go smooth and fine. How will I find an embassy closest to me? I do not know where a Moroccan embassy is. So you just come all the way here, follow my custom where it says find your consulate. You click that and it brings you here. You choose whatever country you are. Are you in Afghanistan? Are you in any country? Antigua and Barbuda? Are you in Djibouti? Just look any country here, you can choose that, and I'm sure it's going to tell you where they are located. Let me know, that's gonna help. So we choose Namibia. You can see Rwanda, Angola. That's what it says. Yeah. So this is an embassy. Of course, it's closed now because right now during the video it's late hours. All right, so they are going to tell you the time that you'll be appearing there. You can see from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Maybe this is showing in my time. If you're in your country, it's going to show the right time in your own country. All right, you click this for all remarks, proposal, complaints. You click this if you have questions, and you can see their phone number. The sender, you can call them. Their phone number is out there. Remarks, complaints, they have a phone number. They also have an email you can message. All right, anything bothering you, right, just write to them. Okay. Okay, so now I try to see the details of the price list for the application fee. But anytime I click it, it gives me error. So guys, wherever you are, or I think they are working on this site, but in case you are feeling this on an emergency or something, just make sure that you have at least $300 to $500 for the application fee. I'm not saying that's what you're meant to have, but in case this is restored, you're going to see the exact amount you're supposed to bring, just to be on the safe side, so you can be able to conduct your application process smoothly, right, without any hassle. So I'm going to be joining the cutting here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope I've explained enough, and I hope you guys gained understanding of what I've explained. It's been a long video with the beauty of Morocco up to the application point for anybody around the world. So thank you so much guys for reaching this stage, and if you like the quality of this content, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Send to someone that needs this information. There's someone out there battling to have this information. Send it out to them. And in case you want to know more, consultation link is there for you in the description and in the comments. Thank you so much. I love you guys. I'll be seeing you in my next amazing video. Stay tuned guys. It's the JJ.
Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. Let me know in the comments what other videos you'd like me to do about travel. Let me know in the comments which country would you want me to be talking about next. Let me know in the comments. I love you guys. Thank you all for watching, and until I come your way next time with another amazing video, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Send it to someone that needs this information. Thank you so much. It's the JJ.